Good evening, I'm Chad Pline. In these economic times, a lot of people have turned to faith for strength, but there's also a growing number of people doing just the opposite. KY3's Mike Landis joins us now with more on why the faithless have descended on the Ozarks this weekend. Mike?
Yeah, Chad, with all the churches and religious colleges here in Springfield, the city's been coined by some as the buckle of the Bible Belt. Now, in a bit of a twist, that's why the city was chosen to host what may now be the nation's largest atheist and skeptics convention.
From the titles on hundreds of books to the messages by renowned speakers, there was no mistaking the hot topic of religion was on the minds of hundreds here from across the country.
We're from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Dallas, Texas. Richmond, Virginia.
But it was their take on faith, or the lack thereof, that makes this a gathering like no other in the Ozarks.
I don't think the goal is so much to convert people to atheism, so much as it's to convince them to be reasonable.
This is Skepticon, perhaps the largest gathering of atheists and agnostics in America.
If there's a region of the country that needs vocal skepticism, I'd say this is the one.
A leading atheist shared why they lost their religion, including a former Assemblies of God minister.
This event is one amazing evidence, among many evidences, that there's a big change in the country. This generation of young people is the least religious ever.
In fact, experts say more people are deciding religion and church aren't for them. Members of this movement are now building their own community.
It refutes this idea that atheists are these angry, miserable people just going around being naysayers about everything. I mean, what we found here is a community of really joyful people.
Outside the Expo Center, the debate was heating up.
I know God's real because whenever I pray for something, it happens.
Wow.
How do you feel something in your heart? It's there to pump blood.
At least one believer decided to take a more quiet approach.
What size did you get?
By listening in.
I believe that if Christianity is true, it can stand up to any question and it can be defended. By understanding what their issues are and hearing some of their best arguments, I need to go back and study it.
This debate over reason and religion may only grow as more people abandon church in favor of this kind of fellowship.
And Chad, this convention runs tomorrow. This was actually year number 3 for the event. It keeps getting bigger every year, and year number 4 is already in the works. And of course, that'll be here in Springfield as well.
We saw him talking outside with some folks that left the gun show. Were there any kind of protesters out for this?
Nothing organized. The skeptics, the folks in the organization, were pretty surprised, but there has been a few here and there. Most of the arguments have happened with folks just simply walking by on the sidewalk and running into the folks coming out, and that's when the debate starts. So,
all right, Mike Landis for us tonight.
You bet.
Thanks.